Recording. Good morning, my leaders. So today's topic is on how to approach people on social media. We're going to look at what are the do's and don'ts of you know, contacting people, and also how to make your page more attractive so that once you contact people, they're able to connect, they're able to see that you are someone that they should want to partner with. Okay. So just let me know there in the chat that you can hear me and you can see my screen so that I know that we are moving together. Okay. So the first things first, social media allows us to connect with people. So, and these will be people outside of our inner circle or outside of people that we already know. So that is the advantage of social media. There are a lot of people that are building the business part-time, and you might not always get, the time to do physical contact marketing face to face. So most people then have to use social media to grow and to build their business. So it allows us access to the whole world. Actually, you have access to speak to people that are in Europe and you are here in Africa. So it gives you access to a lot of people. I hear a lot of people when you do the presentation for them, and then they're like, oh, I'm so interested. But the people I know, I don't think they're going to buy. Oh, the people, my friends, they don't have money. We are just students. But the power of social media is such that now you have access to potential customers and potential business partners globally. So, with social media, your success now comes from how you are going to be approaching people professionally. Because if you are that person who just copies and pastes every message you see and you inbox people, you won't get the results because you will flood people's inboxes with messages that they won't even read. So today, that is why we want to look at, okay, how do I then approach someone correctly? What is it that I should say? And how should I present myself on social media? Okay, so thank you for the two people in the chat that are in the meeting that have confirmed that they can see my screen. I think I pressed something. All right. So, first things first, your page is your first impression. You know how we say when you are networking with people, doing contact marketing, yesterday we talked about how you dress up and show up physically matters. On social media, these people are not meeting you face to face. They don't get to see that you are smiling and you have a wonderful personality. They get to see what is on your page. So your page is the one that actually makes the first impression. So before you even start contacting people, you have to look at what impression does my page give. If someone was to go to my page, would they see that I'm a happy, bubbly person? Would they see that I'm a business professional? Do they see that you have products that you are selling? So before you reply to people, if you've ever been inboxed by someone you don't know, the first thing that, well, me, what I normally do is, when you get that message, it comes in your inbox. It At the top, it has that option to say view profile. That's what most people do, including myself. The moment I receive a message from someone I don't know greeting me, I want to go view their profile. Why? Because you want to know, is this person a man or a woman? What do they look like? What do they do? What is their page about? Before you respond. Same thing as your prospects. So you might be attending, the other time I had my downline telling me that I attend Power Hour, but I don't see any results. My laptop is telling me that my network is unstable. I hope you guys can see me. I can still hear me. So then I said, maybe look at your page because you can do all the activities like people's page and inbox, but then they go look at your page and they're like, yo, I know this one I can associate with. Okay. All right. Yes, we can. Thank you, Leader Bongi. So most people will visit your profile before they respond to you. So check what is on your profile. Your page should communicate who you are. So just by going through your page, they should be able to know, oh, Heather, she's a business person, she's into health and wellness, she loves traveling, They should get all of that just from going through your page. It should also show what you stand for and what you are building, which means, what you are building, you are sharing about the activities that you're doing with your teams, the trainings that you are attending, all of that. That is what your page should tell the person when they come to your page. So maybe type for us there in the chat if your page has all three. If we were to visit your page, would we find all three? Would we be able to know who you are, what you stand for, and what you are doing? So type for us any number between 1 to 3. So if it shows who you are only, then just type 1. If it's maybe 2 out of the 3, type 2. If it's 3 out of 3, then you just type 3 for us so that we know. Okay. So Miss Kavita says 3, Ling Huang says 3. Okay. Then we have a couple of 2s and then we have a 1. Okay. So at least now we know where we need to go and fix. Those that have 2, those that have 1, let's work towards getting that 3 out of 3. Okay. So you must share a balanced lifestyle. It shouldn't just be lifestyle, lifestyle, lifestyle. It should be a balance. You share the healthy living, the healthy part of Forever Living products. You share about the personal development where you get to attend the trainings, the power hours, the Rise Up, Managers Convention, those kind of things. Then you also share about your journey. Why did you start? How has been your journey? What are you looking forward to? People love stories, and most importantly, they love to hear your story of how this business is actually, changing your life, how it is from when you started and up until now. Share some of the challenges that you have faced in business and how you've managed to overcome them. And then also you should show business mindset. Um, by maybe putting a few business cards here and there, posting about business itself and community and relationship. So this is when now, when you're together as a community of forever business owners, be taking pictures with other leaders, videos and stuff that you can post some of the work that you are also doing in your community, the presentations that you have. We had a youth empowerment program, we had a women empowerment program where we were educating them on how to make extra income, those kind of posts. Once you are sure that once you fix this, now when you start inboxing people, they will actually start to respond. So how do you then now go and inbox the people? How do you now go and approach the people on social media? Number one is be genuine and friendly. So don't be robotic. Sometimes you copy this long message that you got from the group that our leaders sometimes share, and you just copy it like that and you paste and you send. Some people can actually tell that, this is just what do you call those messages that you forward? Like a chain message. It's not a message that someone wrote like from their heart. It's not someone who really wants to genuinely connect. They are just forwarding a message. And you can imagine one thing that happens with some of these messages that we share in the group. Remember, it's in the group. Your group has 100 people. You most likely might have the same friends on social media, because the moment I associate with Sepidi, even Facebook starts recommending people that follow her to me and people that follow me to her. So most of the time you'll find that, you have the same network of people, you are in the same area. Now all 10 of you are sending out the same message to the same people. Imagine how it looks. If you were a potential prospect, you receive a message from me, exact same message from another person, another person. Now you have 10 messages in your inbox that look exactly the same. Already you know that, oh, okay, this is not a person that is reaching out to connect. This is just someone that is, forwarding a chain message, and then they won't even take you serious. So be genuine and friendly. Type, take maybe that message that has been shared in the group. Normally, I put it on ChatGPT. If it's too long, I tell ChatGPT, please shorten the message and customize it, so that the customer feels that it's it's a personal message. Then ChatGPT can edit the message for you, make it more friendly, make it more genuine, and make it shorter. Then when you are inboxing the person, they can sort of like connect with you, because it's not just a chain message that is being forwarded everywhere. Okay. Uh Miss Kavita says, yo, I've done this before. People never responded. Yes, it does happen, because now they now know that, oh, it's like you when you receive those messages from people that do trading, those long messages that they send. You just open it and you're like, oh, this one is a trader. And then you exit. You never even read what they are saying. So same applies to you. Then, so it's be genuine and friendly. Then start conversations naturally. Okay, start conversations naturally. Uh, and then show interest in the other person. So it's not just about you and your products. For me, actually, I never share a message that says, hi, my name is Heather from Forever Living. I want to connect with you. I do one, two, three. No, I will show you just now an example of the kind of message that I sent to the prospect. But I show interest in what they are doing. So I start, hi, how are you doing? Natural conversation, you're greeting, you're polite. And then I maybe say, I've been going through your page and I like the work that you're doing, or I like the content that you're sharing, and I would love to connect with you so I can learn more about what you do. Okay, so now you have shown an interest in what they do. It's not about let's connect so I can share with you what I do. No, it's about I want to connect with you because I love what you're doing and I want to learn what is it that you are doing. The moment you do that and you show interest in them, they are more likely to respond, because as people, we love talking about ourselves. The moment you just say, oh, I want to learn what you're doing, hey, they start to feel good. Okay, this is my opportunity to tell this person what is it that I do. I'm being recognized for what I'm doing. It makes them feel good and it makes them respond to you very fast. Okay. And then I build the relationship first. So once maybe they've given me their number on WhatsApp, we start chatting. I ask them what they are doing. Sometimes, there'll be some of those people, maybe they sell small things, like the other lady was selling scarves and everything. I ordered a scarf. I did, I'm building that relationship. And then because she's communicating with me, she's saved my number, she sees me, I've attended training, I've done this, I've done this. And then she asked me, what is it that you you do. Then I explained to her, and she says, oh, okay, no, I'm interested in learning more. Can you invite me to a presentation? So you have to build that relationship. It's not always that you have to buy from them. For me, I loved the scarf, so I bought it. But find something that you can connect on that will make her feel like, oh, we are now friends, or make him feel like we are now friends, because then they are more open to listening to what you've got to say. And be patient with people. Social media is for connecting with people. It's not like what my leader always says, Coach Gwen. She always says, some of us, we want to start dating today and also marry today. Sometimes you need to give the relationship a bit of time to grow into, oh, I actually do like you. Oh, I actually do want to spend the rest of my life with you. Okay, let's get married. Same thing with when you are selling. Sometimes it's not always that you meet today and already the person is buying the product. Sometimes you meet today, you share the opportunity, maybe they are not interested, but you maintain the relationship. And as they see that you are consistent with this thing, it's working for you, then they can also now say, you know what, I think I'm ready to commit to forever. So don't assume that just because you connected with someone, they are going to buy or register today. Sometimes you just have to build that relationship first. And sometimes you will have those people that you connect and they're like, yes, I want the collagen and I want it now. Where can I get the box? But don't feel like it's not working because the person didn't buy on that exact same date. All right. I see a chat from Leader Precious. She says, it has happened to me 3 days ago. I'm in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe tour. I copied my business partner's message and started to inbox people around Bulawayo. More than 5 people said, sorry, got the exact same message from someone with the same poster. Thank you so much for this. You see, so they got the same you same message, and already they actually start to feel, irritated. Some might not even be so polite. Okay, so this is an example of a good first message. This is what I normally inbox when I am connecting with people on social media. Like, hi, I came across your profile and I really liked your content. It's always great connecting with people who are passionate about growth and positive living. Looking forward to learning more about what you do. Then already I've greeted them. So I've done that. Be professional, be authentic, be genuine. I've shown interest in what they are doing, and I've mentioned that I'm looking forward to connecting, to building a relationship with them. I just leave it like that. I'm not gonna say forever, what. No, that's just the message that I send. And from this message, I always get people responding. They respond back. They tell me what they are doing. They ask me what I'm doing. They ask to share, to exchange numbers so that we can talk on WhatsApp. And some of them have joined the business. Some of them they decided not to join the business, but they've actually become genuine friends because we chat, we support each other. They are running their businesses and all of that. So it's a great way to connect with people where you are not showing them that I'm just after you to buy my product. Okay, I see I have another message in the chat. Leader Tipidi says, now I see why I don't get response back. I even stopped inboxing people. I was just sending messages that I'm inviting them to a presentation, or I would just say I wanted to share with them info about Forever Living. Yes. Then they already know what you want and maybe they are not interested. So show interest in them first. Then the don'ts of social media prospecting. Guys sending long sales messages immediately. You know those trial customer messages that even you as an FBO, you've never actually read all of it. Please don't send that to prospects and customers. They don't read all that information, especially on social media. Don't just inbox people that long message that you have to click on read more to finish. Um, it's not always very effective on social media. Normally, the people that actually respond could be people that you've already connected with and they know you, then they will take the time to read. But as just cold prospecting, avoid sending those long sales messages immediately. First build the relationship, then send. Avoid copy and paste spam messages. Don't do that. Don't just copy and paste any message and start inboxing people. Avoid pressuring people to join. So when are you gonna start? So when are you gonna start? You said you are starting. When are you starting? Because also that makes you look a little bit desperate, and no one wants to join someone who's desperate because it shows that, oh, this one, she's not really doing well in her business. She's so desperate for me to join. So she's looking to make money out of me. That's how the prospect looks at it. So don't be pressuring them to join or to attend your meetings. If you have connected, you've shared information, it's up to them to decide whether they are going to attend or not. Yes, you will send reminders, but avoid being, a nuisance in their inbox. And then also avoid talking only about yourself. I did already mention that. Allow them to tell you what they do. And when they tell you, don't just say, oh, okay, me, I do forever living. Don't respond like that. Be interested in what they are doing. So if someone says, oh, no, I do photography, show interest. Oh, okay. What type of photography? So do you work with models or do you do take pictures of, ask them questions to show genuine interest before you just say, oh, okay, me, I do, because then you are showing that you only asked because you want to say what you want to say. So when they respond, show genuine interest in what they are doing. Like yesterday, I had a lady that I actually invited to the global rally. So she said I must send her the price of the ticket and everything, and she's going to be there for the rally in Cape Town. And I just started by asking her what she does. She told me that she's studying, she's also working, and then part-time she creates this nice handmade crochet bags. So when she said that, I'm like, oh, do you have pictures of the bags that you make? She sent me a link. I was viewing them and I was taking screenshots and saying, oh, I like this one. And, asking her questions like, how do you manage doing all of this while you are at school and while you are also working? We were chatting until she then asked me, like, oh, and by the way, I saw that you travel a lot. What do you do? That's when I then spoke about Forever. And she said, you know what? I think I would really love to attend one of your events and learn more about what you do. So that is how the conversation should develop. If she had just said, I do one, two, three, and then I reply and say, oh, okay, for me, I do Forever Living and we do this and we do this. And, the conversation wouldn't have grown. Maybe at some point they would have actually stopped responding to the messages. Okay, then don't get discouraged by silence. If someone doesn't respond, some people do read and don't respond. That's okay. You move on to the next person. So don't feel discouraged because someone did not respond to your message. Okay, this I've already said. What attracts people to your page is your confidence, it's your consistency, positive energy, and be authentic. Don't be lying to people and add value. This I think we even spoke about yesterday, so I'm not gonna go through that in detail. Posts that attract prospects, your daily routine. Yesterday I sold aloe blossom tea. because I just made a post about how it was so cold and it was raining, and there I am. That this is my favorite tea to drink when the weather is like this. And then someone just asked me, "Oh, okay, you drink this tea. What does it do?" Then I just explained, and then they said they are interested in the tea. So just sharing your daily routine. The other time I sold a Forever Fab just because I'm always sharing to say, "Oh, I'm so tired. I slept late yesterday, so I'm going to start my day with Forever Fab to boost my energy." And that's how people buy those kind of products from me. Sometimes I sell products that are so strange. Why? Because I do videos of myself actually using them. You wouldn't believe how many Forever Fabs I sell in a month. But that is just because it's a product that I use a lot and I share it with my network. Every day I'm posting. Eventually they want to understand, why are you always drinking this one? Okay, so that attracts prospects. It also attracts customers. Share your daily routine. Even the tooth gel. If you can't afford to use a lot of the products, start with the ones that you can afford. Just the tooth gel. Do videos of yourself using the tooth gel. Smile for us and tell us how it has changed your smile. That attracts people. Share lessons that you are learning. So maybe you joined the 5 a.m. session, you learned something. Share it. Today I attended a company training and I actually learned that I'm not very good at communicating and connecting with people. And I'm now making a conscious effort to learn, and when you share those kind of stories, then someone is there looking like, oh, so in their company they actually get taught how to communicate, how to relate to people. She's learning all these new lessons. They are interested because you are showing that you are also growing. There's personal growth, personal development that you are getting. You attended a 5 a.m., they recommended a book. They always recommend books. Yes, most of the books that I've read were actually recommendations from here. So I take a screenshot and I post about, and then you find someone who say, "Oh, I've read that book. It's a very good book, and all of that." Then also posts that attract prospects, it's travel and experiences. Most people think this is the only thing that attracts prospects. So that is all they post on their pages. Trip to where, trip to where, but there has to be a balance. Travel and experience. And it doesn't even have to be like a fancy place that you travel to. Maybe you are doing a presentation in Rustenburg for the very first time you've gone to Rustenburg. That is still travel. That is still something that you can post about. So don't wait until it's Dubai and what. Share your experiences. You went to Centon for the first time and you didn't realize how the prices at that mall are so much different, even though it's the same shop. Post about that because that is what people can actually relate to, your experience. And then, of course, you're going to post like healthy lifestyle tips because we are a health and wellness company. So consistency is what is going to build the trust. Make sure you're posting regularly. Don't be that person that this week you are posting, then for the next week, 3 weeks, you go AWOL and then you come back. Post regularly because then it helps people to understand your journey and it builds that trust in you because they know that Tsipidi is always posting a video in the morning of her exercises. They get to sort of like rely on your content or expect your content. I've had people that ask me, "Today you didn't post, are you okay?" there's nothing on your status because they are following. You've built that trust, you've built that thing of they get to see you every morning. So they are expecting, like some quotes from 5 a.m., they are expecting me to, update when I'm in the office and I'm taking my Forever Fab or my collagen. So it builds that kind of like we are now friends, or I now know this person, and it makes people more curious about what you are doing. So my final message is social media is a powerful tool to connect with people worldwide. So focus on building relationships, adding value, and being consistent. That is how you will be able to build on social media. So I am going to open the chat. I'm going to open the chat for people that want to comment, people that want to unmute and speak. We have 6 minutes. I see we have a message from Leader Yosika. She says, I've experienced a lot of those silent or blue ticking, but I have developed such a thick skin, and this doesn't really bother me anymore. We move on. And I see Leader Esther says she also needs to get there. It really gets to her and slows her down. It makes her feel like she's meeting all the wrong people. Okay, so thank you so much for engaging in the chat. Anyone that wants to speak, you are welcome to unmute and speak. If you can't speak, you can share your comments in the chat and I will read them out.